Best point guard of all time is Magic Johnson, and right behind him is Isaiah Thomas. No matter how much I hate him, I respect his game.
Hitting him and banging him and hitting him and banging him. It took a toll on Mike. It took a toll, and then resting him a little bit.
Michael Jordan is one of the greatest basketball players ever. He won 6 NBA championships and 5 MVP awards. Everyone knows how amazing he was. But there were some players he had strong rivalries with. These are the 5 players Michael Jordan couldn't stand and hated the most. 5. Isaiah Thomas. The debate over who is the greatest basketball player of all time often boils down to 2 names, Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas. But their rivalry was full of drama both on and off the court. Allegedly, Thomas helped lead a conspiracy to downplay Jordan's role in the game. Their fight got tougher in the playoffs, where both teams played very hard, and it also affected things, like when Thomas thought Jordan helped keep him off the 1992 Dream Team.
I want you to get the tape and run it back and watch it.
We'll probably run it in this interview.
I didn't lead the walk-off. There were several people in front of me.
Did you walk along the bench and say, let's go? Did you put the notion in their minds?
I don't know what happened, but I know I didn't lead the walk-off. But if it has to do with the Detroit Pistons and it's good or bad, I'll take it.
During an interview, Isaiah Thomas explained that he did not lead the famous Pistons walk-off after the Bulls won in the playoffs. He said several players walked off before him. Essentially, Isaiah wanted to make it clear he wasn't the one who started the walk-off, trying to distance himself from the controversy.
Talking about the walk-off.
Well, I know it's all bullshit. Whatever he says now, you know it wasn't his true actions then. It's time enough to think about it. Or the reaction of the public that's kind of changed his perspective of it. Yeah, you can show me anything you want. There's no way you can convince me he wasn't an asshole.
Michael Jordan, however, rejected Isaiah's explanation. He believed Isaiah's story changed over time because of public pressure and felt the walk-off was disrespectful. Jordan remained hurt and angry about the incident, and Isaiah's denial didn't change how Jordan viewed him. Whether it was a group decision or not, Isaiah's attempt to shift blame only added fuel to their rivalry and made that moment even more unforgettable.
Publicly. Don't call me behind the scenes apologizing or asking your friends to apologize, right? You got on national television and you called me an asshole. And then you said you hated me. You said that on national television. Now, if you didn't mean it, get on national television
You say that.
and apologize for it. Now, if you meant it, let it ride as it is.
In the All the Smoke interview, Isaiah said Jordan called him names on TV and said he hated him. Isaiah felt it was unfair and said if he really meant it, then fine, but if not, he should apologize publicly. It showed that Isaiah was still hurt. This proved their problem was personal and deep.
LeBron James is head and shoulders above any of these guys.
So are you saying LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
I would pick LeBron James.
You would?
Yeah.
On Undisputed, Isaiah shockingly revealed that he would pick LeBron over Jordan. In my opinion, this wasn't just about who was better, it was still about their old fight.
Where is your relationship at today? And is that salvageable?
Dude, no.
Not salvageable.
No.
Later, when asked if things could ever be fixed between them, Isaiah just said, no. That one word showed it all. I think after all these years, they still haven't let go, and this rivalry is still not over. Number 4, Gary Payton. The thing is, when we talk about 2 of the most competitive guys in NBA history, Michael Jordan and Gary Payton, there's no way to ignore the 1996 NBA Finals. That's when the real clash between them happened. Payton physically challenged Jordan, even throwing him to the floor. But Jordan responded fiercely, dominating with 27.3 points per game, while Payton averaged 18 points.
A lot of people back down the Mike. I didn't. I made it a point. I said, just tire him out. And I kept hitting him and banging him and hitting him and banging him. It took a toll on Mike. It took a toll, and then the series changed. And I wish I could have did it earlier. I don't know if the outcome would have been different, but it was a difference and beating him down a little bit.
The glove. I had no problem with the glove.
So then we get this iconic moment in The Last Dance where ESPN shows Gary those comments, and Jordan just laughs, like a full-on mocking laugh. Then he said, "I had no problem with the glove." You could tell Jordan didn't just brush off Gary, he dismissed him. That laugh showed MJ didn't see Peyton as a real threat.
I just made it difficult for him. I didn't let him be comfortable. They were comfortable in their triangle, and I made it uncomfortable for him.
This clip is from VLA TV, where Gary breaks down how he disrupted the Bulls' triangle offense and made things uncomfortable for MJ. But then he continued that Jordan didn't like that. See, that's the thing. It showed how MJ got under his skin, whether he'll admit it or not.
Let me tell you something. Y'all know I get at me and Jordan we Clyde heads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We get at it, right?
On the Club 520 podcast, Gary Payton calls their dynamic Clyde heads, making it clear there was real tension, not just trash talk. The rivalry and old wounds still show in his tone.
Because I'm going to get you on the block, and I'm going to tear your head off. Yeah. I'm going to bag you in, I'm going to tear your dome off. You know what I'm saying?
I think people forget that about
like
you.
Barbecue chicken, like I said in the chat. If I get you in the block, man, I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
That aggressive moment showed just how much fire he had for MJ. That's probably why Jordan didn't like him. And to me, that kind of talk doesn't come from just any matchup. It comes from a grudge.
I didn't have no fear of that. We played basketball the same way, you know what I'm saying? When I switched on him, a lot of things changed, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to say we would have won or whatever if I would have guarded him earlier, but it would have been a good matchup, you know what I'm saying? MJ knew that I can play against him, I can guard him, I didn't fear him, I didn't do none of that. I didn't fear nothing of that.
Moreover, on the Knuckleheads podcast, Gary said, MJ knew I could play against him. I didn't fear him. You can hear the fearlessness in Gary's voice and how furious he was against Michael.
Gary's top three.
Yeah, Gary's top.
Oh, you want the top
greatest
three?
players of all.
My top three? I'm gonna go with Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, and Bill Russell.
Then, at Fox Sports, when Gary was asked about the top 3 players of all time, he didn't name Michael Jordan. You don't forget MJ if you're talking about the greatest players, unless there's some real tension. Number 3, Gerald Wilkins. Michael Jordan and Gerald Wilkins had a tough rivalry in the early 1990s. Gerald Wilkins was a good NBA player who played for the New York Knicks and later the Cleveland Cavaliers. He once called himself the Jordan Stopper, as he thought he could guard Michael Jordan and stop him from scoring. This claim didn't sit well with Jordan, because Michael Jordan was famous for being very competitive and hated when anyone said they could stop him or beat him. When Wilkins said this, it made Jordan want to prove him wrong even more.
Jordan is fouled by Wilkins. That'll be 4.
And Michael looked over at us and said, he can't guard me. He can't guard me.
In the 1993 playoffs, Jordan and Wilkins faced each other when Wilkins was with the Cavaliers. During the match, when Jordan was fouled by Wilkins, he exclaimed, "He can't guard me." That moment perfectly captured Jordan's confidence and mental edge throughout the game. The contest was fierce, marked by the intense defense and a slow pace, with both teams struggling to create scoring opportunities. At the end of it, the Bulls win, 91-84. Jordan finishes with 43 in a low-scoring, low-possession game. His performance was dominant, even as the pace stayed slow and methodical. It showed that he was much better and that Wilkins could not really stop him. This was a clear message from Jordan that no one could stop his game. After the game, Jordan was asked about Wilkins. Smiling, he said, "The Jordan stopper had a tough time tonight, clearly enjoying the moment and the edge he had over his opponent."
The Jordan stopper had a tough time tonight. He's going to be ready to come back the next game, but so am I.
I don't think I need to do anything different. You know, I think the number one thing is that he hit some big shots. I stayed in front of him most of the time. I got some fouls called on me, and I kind of backed off a little bit. But for the most part, I think I played a pretty good defensive job on him.
Gerald claimed he played good defense, but Jordan still won by making big shots. Backing off after fouls gave Jordan more room to dominate. Staying in front most of the time wasn't enough. It is also rumored that Gerald Wilkins later said that guarding Michael Jordan was very hard, almost impossible. Jordan was so skilled and driven that no defender could keep up with him. Honestly, Gerald's defense didn't stop Jordan when it counted.
We brought up your brother the other day when he was labeled the Jordan stopper. And I felt bad for your brother because you knew that was going to make Michael mad when you're the Jordan stopper, huh?
You know what? I called my brother when he said that. And I said, what are you doing? If you're a good defensive player, you don't have to talk about it, man.
On the Dan Patrick Show, Gerald's brother, Dominique Wilkins, who was also a famous NBA player, talked about how he warned Gerald about challenging Jordan. Dominique knew Jordan's competitive spirit and said that if you challenge him, Jordan will work even harder to beat you. So, the fight between Jordan and Wilkins was not about personal hatred. It was more about competition. Wilkins wanted to stop Jordan, but Jordan hated being challenged and always played harder to win. In the end, Jordan showed he was the better player by outplaying Wilkins. This rivalry is a good example of how Michael Jordan used challenges and disrespect as fuel to become the greatest basketball player ever. Number 2, Reggie Miller. Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller are two fierce rivals in basketball. Their feud was intense, full of competition and strong feelings.
Looking back over 18 years, you'd have thought that Michael and I, the Bulls and the Pacers, would have played more than once in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We only played once, and it was that epic 7-game series. You're measured by your competition. He is clearly, and in my opinion, the best basketball player I've ever seen to date. And I knew that I had to bring it each and every time I stepped on the court when I was going against MJ.
Even Reggie admitted that he wasn't shy about trash-talking Michael, fully embracing the rivalry. He knew Michael was tough to face, but that didn't stop him from going head-to-head with him.
Now Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller having a go at it. And I mean, we had fist throwing. Here come the benches. Bo Hill is out there. Bill Jackson's going out there. There'll be fines handed out all over the place here. But more importantly, what in the world ignited this?
It all started back in the 1993 Pacers-Bulls game. Miller fought back after Jordan shoved him. Things escalated really fast. Both showed ugly aggression. That moment ignited a deep hatred that fueled every clash between them after.
Talk to each other on the floor? He might have been the one player I didn't talk to. Really? Yeah. Because he might have been the one player who could really embarrass you. And he could come back at you pretty good too. Yeah, he could come right back at you. I wanted what he had. Him being the best, the championships.
Reggie's envy of MJ's success, especially the championships, created a bitter tension between them. That's not great sportsmanship.
He is cut from the same mold as Magic Johnson. And when I say that, and Larry Bird, all three of those players, win by any means necessary. And they will do whatever it takes on the court to win a game.
Look how he's talking about him. He didn't just mean doing whatever it takes that was low-key throwing shade. And he was talking through MJ to everyone else. And I'm so done with it now.
So why didn't you ever talk to Michael Jordan? I was like, do you want that tongue coming out at you?
During his Basketball Hall of Fame enshrinement speech, he showcased the years of rivalry with one sarcastic jab, because deep down, he knew he was against someone who didn't just play the game, but played you while doing it. 1. Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were once close friends, but their bond broke when, in the second episode of the Last Dance documentary, Jordan called Pippen selfish for delaying surgery in 1997 to pressure the Bulls for a better contract.
When's the last time you and Michael spoke?
Right around the pandemic.
Oh, so it's been a minute since you. Yeah. Is that the text exchange when he shot you a text May of 2020 and he said, "Hey, Scotty, I heard you're upset. Let me know when you have a minute to speak." Is that the last time you guys spoke?
Something like that.
Something like that. And did you actually call him? Like, did you guys talk or did you just text him?
No, I think we ended up speaking briefly.
In a Valuetainment interview, Pippen revealed they last spoke around the 2020 pandemic after a brief text from Jordan. Michael Jordan's harsh comments deeply hurt their friendship, and Pippen literally felt disrespected.
Why is the tension so high with anything related to Michael? You and Michael, Barkley and Michael.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just think that Michael is a very difficult person to deal with.
The interviewer asked the question we all wanted to hear, and honestly, it said a lot. Pippen simply said, "Michael is a very difficult person to deal with.
don't sit there and try to procrastinate or stretch it, that the relationship is not where it was or not what it used to be, and it's never going to be the same. So why try and make something out of nothing, or try to make something that was never there? Great teammate, but we just never were great friends.
Never, even when you guys played.
No.
And probably it led many, even teammates like Pippen, to have mixed or negative feelings toward him. Pippen shocked many when he said, "We just were never friends." This said a lot.
His value to what he did to the Chicago
Pull him
Bulls.
up and push you down a little?
Yeah, and I don't want to even say just me. As I said, it's a team game.
Pippen also made an appearance at Live Kelly and Mark. Honestly, it clearly indicated that part of this tension came from how the story of his time with the Bulls was told. He felt it made Jordan look like the only reason for their success while making him and other players seem like sidekicks, which didn't match his experience.